So I've just painted the mirror arm, which used to be silver, now it's black, which is better. All these old screws, they were a little bit rusty or looked a bit manky, so I've just refreshed them in a nice neat black. And then inside, we used to have these horrible looking clips that one's actually broken, holding on the sun visor thing. So I've got some new black ones there, so they'll look a bit better. So we did have some horrible looking white clips that held these sun visors on. I've got some black ones, so that'll be a bit nicer. This looks much better than those crusty little white things that were in there before. No, it even fits back up there perfectly. Lovely. Centre mirror is back in. These are all on. There's conduit on each of these going along there. Nice. This has been plumbed in now. I've actually secured it. It's not going anywhere. Doesn't need anything along there because there's a nice channel. And we've got another clip there, and the conduit for the wire that passes through to this piece. These little handles are back on, seat belts are back in. It's looking very good. Hit a little bit of a problem with these back ones. It's got a little offset on these, so it actually steps it away. If I step it away here, I won't be able to get my seats back in because of the space for the seat to drop in. So I just had to screw them straight to the back of the firewall as such, but everything else is on there. It's looking really good. It's all plumbed in. So now all I need to do is to get the hoover out and hoover it all out and then refit the seats, and then we are cooking on gas. Cool, just whip the hoover around, and now it's time to get the old seats back in the old girl. Do you know something? This is laughable. So I got the seat in. Obviously that's as far forward as it's ever going to go. Not my issue. My issue, look at the seat belt. I put it in and it made a horrible twanging sound. I think the seat caught the seat belt and the internals of it have like ended up on the floor. So great, gonna need a new one of those before the MOT then. I got a seat in and it's fitting nicely just the way I wanted it to fit. I mean, this probably needs a bit of a trim up, but hey, we're getting there. Doesn't shake as well like before. It actually has a bolt under through here. So yeah, I fitted the seat. This side went in fine. I've not actually damaged the seat belt this side. I was a bit more careful with this one than I was that one, because this one basically now I pull it and it doesn't retract. So that's game over for that seat belt. Still need to get a joiner for that, and I've got a switch on order for my handbrake. This seat's in, happy with that. That one I've got a bolt for. I found one up there because it was missing, and then just need to wire all these up. Don't know about the orientation of this. I might put the battery the other way so you've got a little bit more leg room for the passenger, and then put some slats on the floor. Eventually I need to run one more wire, I think, for my double burners on my body kit, but that's not for a little while. So next we want to look at start getting a air compressor in between these seats, I reckon, and then run the Ned King airlines and get them plumbed up because I'm itching to see what they sound like. I have to say, all this last minute wiring checks is pretty good. I mean, it's almost ready for an MOT. These aren't part of an MOT, but they're part of Truck Fest, so we're getting there. I've only got like 8 days until it's again for its MOT. I've got so much else stuff to do. Thinking of bolting this compressor in between the seats, having the air feed come out in a copper pipe down, back, behind the seats, disappearing up there, running it along the side here, and then roughly about here it will go into the pull valve, come back up, out and along, and then down, separate either side to go to the Ned King horns. That's the plan. Not having the best of nights tonight. I broke my daddy pig glass. I just smashed it all over the floor. However, had a strange one. Neighbour started talking to me and said he had some caddy wheels, and he brought over this banded steel wheel, which I might try, see if it fits. That'll be pretty cool. So I just wired up the flashing lights. The rear ones are on a fantastic sequence. I actually really quite like this. The front ones, however, are on a completely different sequence. So I need to sort that out. I think the front ones are on something really weird. I'm hoping if I disconnect them and run the front cycle a couple of times to get it on the same cycle as the back, and then maybe they'll both be in the same sync with each other. Okay, so the back one is on this sequence, which is quite a cool sequence, like that. And if we go around to the front now, after disconnecting the front, oh, I'm stuck, and then reattaching it, this one's now doing the same sequence as well. Excellent, at least we know it works.